All right, let me show you how to work with classes. So in the project window, we expand the project folder. Here we have the source folder. This is where we have all the source code for this project. In this folder, we have our base package, which contains the main class. Now we right-click the package name and add a new class. We're going to call this user. In this class, we can have fields or attributes for storing data and methods. Let's declare a field for storing the user's name. So public string name, and we terminate it with a semicolon. So in Java, we terminate our statements with a semicolon. Now, technically, this is a bad practice to declare fields as public. I'm going to talk about this later in this section. For now, let's declare everything as public. So string is the type of this field, and it's called name. Now we can go to the main class and create a new instance of the user class. So we type user equals new user. So we're declaring a variable called user. The type of this variable is our user class. And here we're setting this to a new instance of the user class. Once again, we're terminating the statement with a semicolon. Now, using the dot operator, we can access the field and methods in this class. So we can set the name field to Mosh. And once again, we terminate this with a semicolon. Note that in Java, we use double quotes to surround strings. Now we can print this field on the terminal. So we have the system class. This class has a field called out. This is an object that has a method called print line. This is like console.writeLine of C#. Now here we can pass user.name, and then we can run this program using Control and R. There you go. So here's my name on the terminal. Beautiful. Now we can specify the name when creating a new user. So we go back to the user class. We add a constructor. A constructor is a method that gets called when we create a new instance of a class. So here we type public, then we type the name of the class, and then we add parentheses. This is where we can declare parameters. Next, we add our curly braces. So let's add a parameter here called string name. Now we can set the name field to the value of the name parameter. However, both the parameter and the field have the same identifier. So if we type name equals name, the Java compiler thinks we're referring to this name parameter. So on the left side, we should prefix this with this dot. So we're saying set the name field of the current object to the value of the name parameter. So this is a reference to the current object. If we type this dot, we can see all the fields and methods in this class. Okay? Now, back to the main method. When creating a new user object, we can pass the name. We don't need to set it explicitly. And then we can print it on the terminal. So run. We get the same result as before. Beautiful. Now let's add a method in this class. So we start with public. We don't want to return a value, so we use void. We call this method say hello. And here we're going to print a message like, hi, my name is, and then we can combine the string with the value of the name field. Now in this context, we don't have a name parameter, so we don't have to use the this keyword. We can simply reference the name field directly. Okay. Now, back in the main method, instead of printing the name of the user, we can call user.sayHello, then run, and we get this message. So this is how we can create and use classes in Java.